got stolen. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everything is well with you. And I pray and trust that you are acknowledging your blessings and that you are tremendously blessed. Thank you for being here. This is Point of View with Ms. Shirley Polk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a wonderful Tuesday here in Dallas, Texas. A wonderful Tuesday, a wonderful day. And I am so grateful that you are here with me. God is good. Dear God, as I sit before you to speak, I pray to you that my soul you will keep. And if I should die before I finish, I pray to you, dear God, in the name of Jesus, that any outstanding sins will be forgiven. Amen. Dealing with manipulative people. Dealing with manipulative people. Oh God, thank you, thank you, thank you. Someone was detected at your front door. Thank you, God. Alexa's letting me know that someone's at the front door. So in case, just in case. All right, now let's just get right into it. Get into the being part of it, being.com. Get into that. Dealing with manipulative people. Is some people or something else, I'm telling you. Dealing with manipulative people. There's something I was closing out here. So I think I just closed out one of the, oh my goodness. I think I just closed it out. I'll just go ahead and get started here on Psychology Today, but I wanted to get that. So just give me a chance to get this dealing with manipulative people back here again because I want to do the being part first and then come back if I can find it again. Well, okay. Dealing with manipulative people. Here we go. Psychology Today. And this came to mind because have you ever, you have people that you deal with, people in your life, and you can go so far in the relationship, and there could be, you could be telling people, okay, this is what you do, and this, you can do this, and then uh, you say, you don't need me for this, you can do this. And then I won't have to do this because I have set it up so that you can do it. And they keep insisting every single time that you do it. And you have given them the materials, you have taught them to use it. Now, if you do this, this is all you have to do, and it will work for you. And every time, and you can feel them just doing it to be able to prove something. And they know that all they have to do is do what you said do, but instead of that, they want to have you do what you have given them to do just so they can manipulate you. And I know you understand what I'm saying. Just doing it to, I would say, prove their point that, okay, I said that this was this way, and so this is the way I want you to do it. Have I know you understand what I'm saying. I know you understand what I'm saying. Manipulate you and try to keep you in a manipulative, uh, how should I put that, state as a victim of their manipulation because they want to have a certain amount of power over you. Now, that I got it right, okay? And so this is by Abigail Brenner, MD. And right here she has deception, deception, deception. So it's something happening right now and it's ongoing, and I've explained it, set it up, and yet the manipulation, just because, just because this is the way I want it done and you to do it, it continues. And so in here, it's going to tell us some things that we should do. And sometimes it's a hard thing for us to do, but we have to do it. Okay. So that's why I was trying to find this a being part here that was talking about dealing with manipulative people. And I just don't have it, but I was really excited about getting it and using it today. So let's go to psychology today. 9 things manipulative people will do. Manipulators prey, on your caring nature and then pull you into their drama. And this was posted in 2016, October 27th. And it was reviewed by Libby Ma. Okay, so let's go into it. Manipulative people have mastered the art of deception. Remember that under here where the doctor had this, I just told you she has deception, deceptive up there. She has deception. 9 things manipulative people will do. They may appear respectable and sincere, but often that's just a facade. It's a way to draw you in and ensnare you in a relationship before they show their true colors. Manipulative people are really not interested in you except as a vehicle to allow them to gain control so that you become an unwilling participant in their plans. They have several ways of doing this, as many of you will recognize. They will often take what you say and do, they take what you say and do and twist it around so that what you said and did becomes barely recognizable to you. And that, I, oh my goodness, this is so true. This is so true. Maybe even making you feel as if you are crazy. They distort the truth and may resort to lying if it serves their end. This is absolutely correct, and I'm pretty sure you concur. Okay, and that's the word. I've I've heard it before over and over again, but it's just the way that the leader of the NCIS team said it in that episode that night. He said, I concur. So I like to use it. So the manipulative people, I repeat, distort the truth and may resort to lying if it serves their end. And it's amazing. It's amazing. And people, until you see it and hear it, you would not have thought that they would do this, but they do it. And some just do outright lying. That means telling a fib. That means not telling the truth. They do it and they embellish, make it bigger and more interesting and adding to it and all of that. And it is amazing and it's sad to me that people do this. I've heard it with my own ears, witnessed it, and seen them do it in many cases. Manipulative people can play the victim, making you seem to be the one who caused a problem which they began but won't take responsibility for. They can be passive aggressive or nice one minute and standoffish the next to keep you guessing and to prey on your fears and insecurities. They often make you defensive. They can also be extremely aggressive and vicious, resorting to personal attacks and criticism, dogged in their pursuit of getting what they want. They bully and threaten and won't let up or let go until they wear you down. This is so true. Manipulative people, and there are people who are easygoing and they don't like to offend, they don't like to hurt people's feelings, even though they are being offended. Their feelings are being hurt, but they just don't want to cause someone else to feel sad or manipulated. I'll say it like that. So some of us take quite a lot from people. And you know what? It's time to stop it. It's time to stop it. Our well being, our sanity is at stake. I'm not saying we're going to go, completely mental mentally sick, but it does weigh on you when you know people are manipulating you just because they want to. And then the thing about it is, the thing that is so annoying to me is that they think that they're so smooth with it that you don't know what's going on. And that's what annoys me. That annoys me. So, how to spot manipulative people? This is psychology today, okay? How to spot manipulative people. Hello, thank you again for being here. Following the 9 traits of manipulative people so you'll know what to watch for when one comes your way. Understanding these basic operating mechanisms can help prevent you from getting pulled into a manipulative relationship. Staying alert, staying in touch with what you know to be true about yourself, and anticipating what is to come will enable you to avoid a conflict and maintain your own integrity. Oh, yes, so I'm helping you. I'm helping you, doing my best, trying my best to help you wherever you are, whoever you are. Take heed to these things because I'm pretty sure you will recognize some of these. And you know what? Some of you are just getting into this so you can withdraw from it. If you're a manipulator, hey, stop it. It's going to show you yourself. And then you won't have any excuse not to draw back and stop it. And for those who recognize that that you are being manipulated, this can help you to set those boundaries you need to set and hold fast. Keep those boundaries in place for your well-being, okay? And protection. Number 1, manipulative people either lack insight into how they engage others and create certain scenarios, or they truly believe that their way of handling a situation is the only way because it means that their needs are being met, and that's all that matters. And there are people you can start talking about something, and this could be something you are doing or something that you brought the subject up. You know the subject is about you, you're trying to share, and then somebody just takes over the conversation and adds into it to pretending that they know what you're going to say next and adding things to it. Have you ever dealt with anybody like that? It's amazing. They try to predict what you're going to say, and you're talking and they just cut in and try to put words in your mouth. Have you ever dealt with people like that? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And we need to watch ourselves too. Be on guard for things like that, this, if they're coming from us, so that we can be aware of them, and then we won't encroach other people's boundaries. We can correct ourselves, okay? So this is for both the manipulator and the manipulated, okay? Ultimately, all situations and relationships are about them, and what others think, feel, and want really doesn't matter. My goodness. And here's a quote by Darlene: controllers, abusers, and manipulative people don't question themselves. They don't ask themselves if the problem is them. They always say the problem is someone else. Darlene, oh, oh, you met. Oh, you met. I think I'm mispronouncing her name. It's Ouimet. Ouimet. Darlene, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. Number 2, manipulative people do not understand the concept of boundaries. Manipulative people do not understand the concept of boundaries. And remember, I just mentioned boundaries a few seconds ago. I talk about boundaries in many of my webcasts. They are relentless in pursuit of what they want and have little regard for who gets hurt along the way. Crowding into your space physically, emotionally, psychologically, or spiritually is of no concern to them. They lack understanding about what personal space and identity mean, or just don't care. They can be likened to a parasite. In the natural world, this is often an acceptable relationship. Okay? This is often an acceptable relationship in the natural world. Okay? In human behavior, however, feeding off of someone at their expense is depleting, exhausting, weakening, and demeaning. And I tell you, I've had the experience when I started talking, and before I can get finished, the conversation has already been taken over and saying what they're saying, just like this is what I'm getting ready to say, and just taking over and trying to predict through what they're saying what you are going to say, and are all off kilter. Yes. Number three, a manipulator avoids responsibilities for his or her own conduct by blaming others for causing it. It's not the manipulative people. It is not that they don't understand responsibility, what responsibility is. They do. A manipulative person just sees nothing wrong with refusing to take responsibility for their actions, even while making you take responsibility for yours. Ultimately, they may try to get you to take responsibility for satisfying their needs, leaving no room for fulfilling yours. My goodness, talking about dealing with manipulative people. Number four, manipulative people prey, PREY, on our sensibilities, emotional sensitivity, and especially conscientiousness. They know they have a good chance of hooking you into a relationship because you are a kind, a feeling, caring person, and of course, because you want to help. They may cater to your goodness and kindness at first, often praising you for the wonderful person you are. But over time, praise of these qualities will be minimized because you are being used in the service of someone who really doesn't care about you. They really just care about what you can do for them. Wow, so true. Number five, this is psychology today, okay? Things that you need to know about manipulative people. Okay, number five, if you want an easy way to discern manipulations, manipulators from empathetic people, pay attention to the way they speak about others in relation to you. They will often talk about you behind your back the same way they talk to you about others. They are masters at triangulation, creating scenarios and dynamics that allow for intrigue, rivalry, and jealousy, and encourage and promote disharmony. Manipulative people, my goodness. Number six, never waste your time trying to explain who you are to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. If someone doesn't get you, don't hang around waiting until they do. Don't make it your mission to get them to understand and like you. They're not interested in you as a person. That's something, isn't it? That's a dangerous person. My goodness. Number seven, characterize people by their actions, and you will never be fooled by their words. Oh, I like that. Characterize people by their actions, and you will never be fooled by their words. And there's another quote that says, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Same thing almost. Always remember that what a person says and does are two very separate things. Observe someone closely without making excuses for them. Usually, what you see is what you get. Oh, yes, so true. When they show you, believe them. Number 8, if the individual put as much effort into being a good person as they do into pretending to be one, they could actually be a good person. And that is so true. This is an essential point. Our initial encounter and perception of someone strongly colors our developing relationship with them. Okay? If we understand them from the beginning that a person is not who they seem to be and is just hiding behind a facade of what appears to be socially acceptable behavior, then perhaps we would be more wary of getting involved with them. There are some people who can sucker you in if you're not careful. Number 9, regularly examine what you believe. We don't do this enough. As the progress as time as excuse me, as life progresses, our beliefs and attitudes may change, and we need to know how these changing ideas affect us. When we are not sure what we believe, it's all too easy to allow someone else who is sure that their beliefs are right, not only for them, but for you as well, to attempt to manipulate your thinking. Here's a quote here, and this is by Michael Indy. When it comes to controlling human beings, there is no better instrument than lies. Because see, because you see, humans live by beliefs, and beliefs can be manipulated. The power to manipulate beliefs is the only thing that counts. The power to manipulate beliefs is the only thing that counts. And that's Michael Ende, Ende. Okay. And Abigail Brenner, MD, is a psychiatrist in private practice. She is the author of Transitions: How Women Embrace Change and Celebrate Life. And then she has other books. And we thank you so much, Dr. Abigail Brenner. This is Psychology Today. Now, we're going to go and get us another one dealing with manipulative people. This is danger, is that the robot on, okay, I think I found what I wanted from the co pilot. Manipulative people. Okay, Will Robinson, the robot on Lost in Space. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson. So there is danger. Manipulative people are dangerous. And no matter how kind we are and we don't want to hurt people's feelings, it's time for us to think of ourselves and think about our feelings. And They say gently, if you can, let them go. And this is co pilot. Manipulative behavior can significantly impact relationships, but recognizing the signs and employing effective strategies can help you protect yourself and maintain healthy boundaries. There's that word again, boundaries. Understanding manipulative behaviors, subtopic. Manipulative behavior is often used by individuals to influence others for their own benefit, leading to power. I'm going to have to do this font. I'm going to have to decrease it just a little bit. Okay, so influence others for their own benefit. Talking about manipulative people, and I know I don't start sentences and just like that, so I will begin again. Okay, now manipulative behavior is often used by individuals to influence others for their own benefit, leading to power imbalances in relationships. The behavior can manifest in various forms, including emotional manipulation, guilt tripping, and gaslighting. Oh, yes, gaslighting. Recognizing the signs of manipulation is crucial for addressing effectively. Okay? In order to address it effectively, you have to recognize the signs of manipulation. Now, some common signs include poor boundaries. Manipulators often struggle to communicate their needs healthily and may disregard others' boundaries. Mind games. They may create confusion or doubt, leading you to question your reality or feelings. Oh my goodness, some of them are really, really, really slick. Oh, yes, emotional abuse. Over the manipulative behavior can escalate to emotional abuse, leaving victims feeling anxious and fatigued. Emotional abuse. Over time, manipulative behavior can escalate to emotional abuse, leaving victims feeling anxious and fatigued. Don't you know someone that has changed completely their personality? And even when the personality changes, it affects their looks, their, let me see, them, just all the way around their the way they dress, they keep themselves up. Sometimes people are so beat down and so manipulated that they don't know which way to go and they just stop doing things that are healthy for them altogether. And you see them and they are pitiful. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. And the thing that's really more hateful or most hateful is that you try to help as much as you can whenever you can, and if you ever get a chance and it does no good. It's a sad thing. So here are some strategies for dealing with manipulative people. This is what I wanted. Yeah. Stay calm and assertive. Assertive. When interacting with the manipulator, maintain your composure. They may try to provoke an emotional response, but staying calm helps you think clearly and respond rationally. Yes, manipulative people. There are people who want to hurt you and they will try to manipulate you. And some people groom people sometimes for years in order to accomplish a goal that affects that person. It's amazing. Some of them have patience, they take their time until they get the person where they want them, and then they just swoop in and do the rest of the damage. It is amazing. Next, number two, set firm boundaries. Here we go with those boundaries again. Clearly define what behaviors you will not tolerate. Be assertive in communicating your limits and stick to them. This helps prevent the manipulator from overstepping. And then if they don't hear you, they don't want to hear you, like Cleester, my sister, says, get some yonder. One way or the other, get them some yonder, send them away the way you have to by the law. Let the law get them away from you. If it's unhealthy and dangerous for you, use the law. And then when you use the law, be very, very cautious in every way because the law can't be there 24/7 in most cases. So you have to be careful, okay? Sometimes just because you have a restraining order doesn't mean that they are 100% restrained by that paper, okay? And that law. We've heard too many times how people have just disregarded that restraining order and bad things have been done to people. So recognize manipulative tactics. Familiarize yourself with common manipulation tactics such as guilt tripping or gaslighting. Understanding these tactics can help you identify when someone is trying to manipulate you. Number four, respond to anger with strength. Respond to anger with strength. If a manipulator lashes out when they don't get their way, remain strong and refuse to take responsibility for their emotions. Redirect the focus back to their behavior rather than your own. Okay? Number five, practice self care. This is a must. This is a must. And I would put it as number one if I had written this, okay? Dealing with manipulative individuals can be emotionally draining. Prioritize your well being by engaging in self care activities and seeking support from trusted friends or professionals. And it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. There are people in your family who try to manipulate you. There are people in the workplace. There are people you have like supposed to be A friendly relationship, someone you call a friend, that could be manipulative. We've seen it so many times. There's a commercial that just gets me every time I see it on television where they're talking about, is it insurance? It's something. These two ladies are in a garden. And so one lady is telling this other lady about this plan, whatever it is. And so this lady says, the one that the lady is trying to help says, "Oh, well, you exaggerate." And so the lady hands her the phone and says, "Okay, here, you see for yourself. Like you exaggerate, you uh, build it up to like that." And that gets me every time. So, conclusion: understanding manipulative behavior and employing effective strategies can empower you to navigate relationships with manipulative individuals more effectively. By recognizing this is it, you must familiarize yourself with the signs. When something is not quite right, give yourself a mental note in your mind and then research that as soon as you possibly can, that action, that remark, whatever it is, because you need to know some signs and recognize these signs. So, by recognizing the signs, setting boundaries, and maintaining your emotional well being, you can protect yourself from the negative impacts of manipulation. And if the situation becomes overwhelming, consider seeking professional help to develop further coping strategies and support. Now, if you have to seek help, why would you, unless it's a sick person you're taking care of and you need to have help with them too? Okay? Now, if they've gotten you to the point where you have to seek professional help, now this professional help sometimes is the popo, as mother would say, the police. Okay? So, why would you continue to stay in this if you don't have to? So, if the situation becomes overwhelming, consider seeking professional help to develop further coping strategies and support. Cope while you're on your way away from it. Okay? Wow. This is really good for us. This stuff comes up, my God. So now we're going to very well mind, and it gives manipulative behavior signs, types, causes, coping. We have 15, 14, 15 minutes. Very well mind, okay? How to recognize the signs and types of manipulative behavior. It's often subtle and tough to spot. And this is by Odochi IB, updated January 3rd, 2020, January 8th, 2025, reviewed by Rachel Goldman, PhD, FTOS. All right. So we're going to talk about in this table of contents characteristics, types, how to identify it, causes, treatment. Here we go. Interpersonal relationships are complex and require healthy boundaries for everyone to thrive together. However, when problems arise, such as manipulative behavior, they need to be addressed immediately. You hear that? Not tomorrow, not next week, but immediately. When the first signs come up, you have to start dealing with it. Okay? You must start dealing with it. Okay. Manipulative behavior is used when someone wants to influence a person for their benefit to obtain power and control. Although the manipulator may be subtle, it's essential to spot the signs, to stop the behavior, and protect yourself. Manipulative behavior can occur in personal and professional relationships, and I just say that, and over time cause a power imbalance that leads to more problems down the road. Although seemingly harmless at first, it can create an emotionally abusive relationship, leaving the other person feeling confused, anxious, and fatigued. See, all of these are working together. Oh, yes. Learn more about the signs and causes and coping strategies for manipulative behavior. And here we go. Here we go. This is so good for us. Right. Characteristics of manipulative behavior. And believe it or not, this is a season in which many people are manipulated. They're sent on guilt trips. Well, I wanted this for Christmas, and some people start working on people like before the past Christmas is completely over. This is what I want for next Christmas. I want this and I want that and I want that. And then they want to put people on guilt trips and all of that. Well, I thought you loved me. I thought you were my friend. I thought you cared for me. I thought this. Well, I thought you were going to do that and you didn't do this for me. Are you going to do this for me? Oh, I'm looking forward to this. And just have people in a frenzy. Some people can't do it, and some people will go out of their way to do it just to please some manipulative person. Characteristics of manipulative behavior. Manipulative behavior can be done consciously or subconsciously with ill or good intentions. It is a human trait, which means everyone has done something manipulative before. Didn't I own up to it? Didn't I say, if it's you, if it's us, if it's them? Because we've all done something and manipulated someone, somewhere, somehow. And we might not have meant for it to be harm either. Okay? We might not have meant that, and we could have. So the tactics can be overt or subtle. And then sometimes, if you're in a relationship that is not good, you might have to do some manipulative maneuvers in order to get yourself free of that. Some signs of manipulative behavior include someone knowing your weakness and exploiting it for personal gain, convincing a person to give up important people or things in their lives to create codependency, withholding the truth, lying, and blaming you without taking responsibility for their actions, making vague accusations, a person constantly judging or ridiculing you in person or in private in ways that make you feel insecure, gaslighting when confronted with an issue, Passive aggressive behavior when angry instead of directly expressing their concerns. And that gaslighting is people turning it all on you, taking it away from themselves and trying to make the other person think that they are the problem and not the ones who are really the problem, which is themselves, the accuser, the manipulator. My goodness. Passive aggressive behavior when angry instead of directly expressing their concerns. Manipula- Manipulators have poor boundaries and experience difficulty healthily communicating their needs. They use these tactics to confuse you into giving up your power. Oh, yes, they are good at it too. They are good at it. Types of manipulative behavior. Manipulative behavior and emotional manipulation go hand in hand. Playing mind games creates fear and questioning of your reality and degrades your trust in yourself and others. Oh, they work on you, I'm telling you. So here are some forms of manipulative behavior: gaslighting, passive aggressions, criticizing, lying, shaming, isolation, denial, avoidance, intimidation, victimhood, flattery. Oh, yes, identifying manipulative behavior, and we are in very well mind. Identifying manipulative behavior, we're talking about dealing with manipulative people. The manipulator may have various reasons for their actions. Some may want to avoid accountability, others may purposely create confusion, or they may be dealing with a mental health condition that is affecting their behavior, and it is certainly possible. That's why I say seek professional help. If you need professional mental health people, do that. If you need professional law enforcement, do that. Sometimes you might need both. But when you are contacting them, make it clear that you feel there are some emotional problems, there are mental problems, and please tell them, please be careful with them. Please don't harm them. Please. Sometimes you might have to beg because too many people have been killed and maimed because people have tried to get help for them. And if they show some aggressive behavior, some people don't use tactics that could slow them down. Some use tactics that will completely stop them. We've heard about it so many times. And people need to be trained even more, and it has to be an ongoing course, maybe every 2 months, every 3 months, for all of the professionals to learn to deal with people who have mental problems or who are dealing with something, anger or whatever it is, and don't use something that will stop them forever. We want them to get help. We don't want them killed and maimed. Understanding the tactics and signs can help you avoid the detrimental effects of your emotional well being and relationships. Gaslighting. The, the term was introduced to the public in 1938 in the play Gaslight by British novelist and playwright Patrick Hamilton. The play which was later turned into a movie, revolves around a husband who manipulates his wife in order to institutionalize her. Gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse that makes victims feel like their realities are made up. This tactic may include various forms of manipulation, including lying, using what someone has said or done against them, and denying conversations. This kind of emotional abuse can cause someone to question their own sanity. That's gaslighting. And then, in part of that gaslighting, like I was saying earlier, is something happens and the manipulator does something, and then you mention it and you know it's not you, but then they tell you, oh, you just think that was you, you said that, you did that wasn't me, that you thinking that, oh, you crazy, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, you just imagining that, all kinds of things, turning it around on the person that's being manipulated and making them think that you don't know what you're talking about. You just think this, but that didn't really happen. I didn't say that. You said that. And just over and over and over again. Studies show that gaslighting will use gendered and racialized stereotypes against their victims to manipulate their realities. As this behavior continues, it can create doubt, anxiety, and depression. Then there's isolation. There is safety in numbers, which is very and you know important to manipulators. This, which is why manipulators work to isolate you from the people and places you feel most comfortable. The manipulator can take control once someone has distanced themselves from their community, severs ties with friends and family, and is placed in an unfamiliar environment. And I know I must sign off. I have 1 minute because I started a minute after 1 p.m. Thank you so much for being here with me. I love you so much. And God willing, I will continue this. I might just go ahead and finish it and upload it. Okay. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And I remember someone told me once that I want to get you away from your family and for everybody and just move you somewhere else. And I'm thinking, no, no. I'm like my niece Nikki, no, no, because that was a sign right there. When someone talks to you and say, oh, I love you so much, I just want to take you away from everybody, we'll just go somewhere where we don't know anybody and we'll just start there and just live happy and live together. And they might even say, we don't have anybody to interfere with us, we can just live our lives and develop our relationship like we want to. Don't buy that stuff. Okay? And even if you move away, you make sure that you get you a community relationship with someone, somewhere where you can trust them. And so, don't have them just taking you to people they want you to be around. You develop your own relationships so that you can have someone you can go to that's not influenced by him or her. Okay. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for being here. This is Point of View with Ms. Shirley Polk. And on Thursday, God willing, I'll be here. On Friday, the Mother's Board Inc. will not be live. It will not be live on Friday. And from the Biblical Files of Dr. Mack is Wednesday. This, which is tomorrow, at this live time at 1 p.m. I love you so much. Enjoy the remainder of your day, night, evening, afternoon, midday, morning, whichever it is, wherever you are. Thank you.